Welcome to The Experience, live with Russ and Scott. Join us every Wednesday at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. Learn more about the Experience community at our website, local.theexperience.video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. The Experience is brought to you each week by these great sponsors. The Aspects of Aging weekly talk show with Christine A. Smith. Each Monday at noon Central, Christine hosts unscripted conversations with experts. Learn more at agingbetternetwork.com. The Parakeet Drawing, You Are Worthy, is a book by Gina DeFay. This book is a powerful memoir about the ripple effects of a small act of kindness. The Parakeet Drawing, You Are Worthy, is available on Amazon. Nancy Bakke invests Entrepreneur Solutions, revealing the key ingredients to skyrocket business profits with proven strategies and tactics. Call Nancy at 514-895-1572, online bestentrepreneurSolutions.com. Albany Area Habitat for Humanity, since 1993, dedicated to building low-cost homes by forming partnerships with families. Get involved today on the web at albanyareahfh.org. And now let's get on with the show.
Hey, let's get on with the show. Here we are. Good morning, everybody, or whatever time of day it is where you are. Welcome to The Experience Live with Russ and Scott, and ready for a great day. How about you, Scott?
Yeah, absolutely. We have fun on Monday, and we get to carry it over on to Wednesday. The Experience Local every Monday at 11 Central Time and 9 there on the West Coast. But always fun to hang out with you, Russ.
Well, it is a blessing, Scott. You are a true blessing to me, and I'm very thankful every week. And you know what? It's when you're intentional. That's one thing I love about the live stream is, Scott, that we intentionally do this and spend time together and with other amazing people. And it's really important to me. So I'm very thankful for you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's fun. You had this idea 4.5 years ago to start a show. We didn't know where it would go. We didn't know how many hundreds of people we would be able to talk to. And today is another just stunning example, bringing Ingor van Rooi in. And her experience and her knowledge, she is one of those deep thinkers that you want to spend time with.
Oh, my goodness. I love spending time with Ingrid. She messages me. We message every day, and she messages me prayer devotional and prayer every morning. And I really, really appreciate that, Ingrid. And, this is one thing that you just mentioned, Scott, the ability that we've had through the Experience Live with Russ and Scott. We have affected thousands of people over the shows that we have done, thousands of people that we never might have been able to meet or affect without doing what we do. The live streaming opens up opportunities to speak to amazing people. Like you always say, we have the most remarkable guests. We do find remarkable friends that are willing to come on and share their time with us. And then we also affect their friends and the community out there that watches. So today, I just want to encourage everybody to really dig in and engage today. Share this with your friends. That's one thing we say every week. If you just share this out, tag your friends, let them know we're on. It helps because it's a good reminder for everybody. And they don't have to watch live. They can watch on replay, because after we're done on LinkedIn and YouTube, it sits there forever. On Facebook for 30 days. And then it also converts to audio podcast so people can watch. And we appreciate if you like and share on audio podcast as well and let people know that we're on. That would be such a blessing for us. And so please do that. Also, Scott set up a nifty little thing. Scott, talk about this.
Yeah, I love being able to send people to local.theexperience.video. Very simple website, but it's got a ton of information. You can find the LinkedIn links for both Russ and I. You can find books that we've written there, links to those. And Russ's shoulder is right over Russ's shoulder. Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose is there. Business Networking, A Scientific Method. My book is there. Plus our YouTube channel. We encourage you to follow us on YouTube. And I'm going to also ask that you follow us on Instagram. So I'm putting my Instagram. It'll be on screen here in a moment, but it's D period Scott Smith on Instagram, because Meta has changed the rules. You need to have at least 1,000 followers to go live. I'm about 375 short. Russ is just a couple of dozen short of that mark. But we go live every Wednesday for the last 3+ years with Shri, and we get just amazing video tips from her. We give a preview for the program that's coming up. So make sure that you're following us on Instagram, on YouTube, and we will follow you back. We love to share that. We want to help grow your Facebook or your Instagram following, your YouTube following. So let's do it all together.
I 100% agree. And I'm at rhedge1, and it'll also, the information will be in the comments here. So you'll be able to click and like both of us or follow both of us. We would really, really appreciate that, because, I think it's important as we get the message out about goodness and blessing and the amazing value that the people we bring to this stage have. I think it's so important for us to make sure we share that on every platform, so that different groups of people that like different platforms all get the benefit of knowing about that. And Scott, I'm so thankful for you for doing that. And listen, everybody, we are blessed. Don't forget, we're here at 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time every week live. And then it sits on LinkedIn and YouTube forever, Facebook for 30 days, goes live, like I said, audio podcast within a week on Spotify. And so please tune into that. And I think with that, Scott, if you don't have anything else, let's get Ingor in the room and get things started.
Let's do it. I was just making a comment for Jonathan McDonald. He said the land of tea and crumpets. And it is tea time, just about tea time there in the UK.
Amen. That's right. Tea time. Yes, I'm going to have tea time here right after this. So, okay. Here is Ingor van Rooi. Hello, Ingor.
Good morning, Russ and Scott. How are you?
Ingor, it's always good to see you and your hand-painted backgrounds.
Yes.
Thank you.
I love to call attention to those because they have a special story.
Yes, I do. This in the background, you can't see it fully. Let me see. There. That is Table Mountain. It's in Cape Town, South Africa. And it's the city of my birth and my heart.
Well, you know what? It's beautiful, Ingor. It's totally beautiful. And I want to tell you that I am blessed and honored to have you as a friend. And you lift me up in the name of the Lord every morning. And both of us being Christ followers, all of us being Christ followers, and be able to share that, lift each other up, is so important to me. And I am not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. I'm so thankful every day that it's because of God that we're able to do what we do. It's because of the Lord that we're able to come to all of you and share value and share amazing people. So, Ingor, speaking of amazing people, let's start with you and tell us who in the world, for people who haven't seen you for a while, who in the world is Ingor van Rooi? What are you up to?
Didn't they watch the show on Thursday?
I don't know.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ingor van Rooi, and I am originally from South Africa, but living in Canada. I'm driven by the principle of Ubuntu, which means I am because we are. And I'm a Christ follower. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me, Russ and Scott.
And you're going to be the guest presenter at the Global Tea Break, which is the third Friday of every month. And people can go to globalteabreak.com. It's always free. You can register, get onto our list. And it is at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So depending on where you're at. And Ingor is going to be talking give us a little preview about what you're going to be talking about this not this Friday, but the following Friday, the third Friday of August.
I actually would prefer not to talk about it. It's just really about going beyond building a network and building a community.
Yeah. Well, I
And
think I think that's enough, you know.
yes,
And we'll give a preview because when we started the Global Tea Break, Alan and I, one of the people that was an inspiration to us was Ted Rubin, and Ted
mhm,
Rubin says that a network gives you reach, but community gives you power.
mm,
So tune in a week from Friday
yes,
and get the power because it's not just about networking; it's about community.
yes, it absolutely is. And I really hope you can be there, Russ, because you're the reason why I changed the date.
Well, I'm telling you, yeah, I know. I don't know what's going on with Thursdays for me, but that's right. Because last one I was in Maine,
Yes,
uh, but but I am really, really going to do my best because I want to be there for you. It's just a matter. It's good that it's early. That will help. I can go out on a walk and tune in as long as I have Wi-Fi. That's the thing that I'm not 100% sure of. So, but anyway,
all
so
good.
Ingrid, you are, besides being such a joy and such a blessing, tell us where your focus really is these days.
Um, to be honest with you, from as far back as I can remember, I've always been about people. Um, that I've always fostered a love for people and just seeing them thrive, and being part of that as a catalyst. So where I am focused on right now is I have two focuses. The first one is my series, which is called From Pressure to Purpose. I have been doing quite a lot of work in that, and currently we are in a space where we're conducting weekly Bible studies. Um, but I've done summits, networking mixes, as well as a program, an 8-week program that I do group coaching with the women that come into the program. The other side of what I'm focusing on is really helping businesses, organizations, institutions, and I mean educational institutions really focus on building community. And the reason I believe in community so much is because of the principle of Ubuntu and how it has propelled me forward and helped me to grow in every sphere of my life, to be quite honest with you. And that includes um, inspiration from both of you.
Well, we're honored for that. Thank you very much. You've done some different shows. You've had radio. You've been on radio.
Mhm.
You've done the Wonder Woman show,
Yes.
and all of these, I think, are just expressions of this of how you're helping people reach inside themselves and bring out who they are and allow them to be uh, um, I'll just say joyous in who they are and what they have to offer.
Thank
Let's
you.
talk a little bit more about how you are able to do that.
Um, I think the biggest thing that I do is where I choose to focus, and I I want to. I've always wanted to do this, and I always have. I look beyond the facade. I look beyond what people choose to show, and I see them for who they are, and I see them for their potential. Um, it's a gift, to be quite honest. I don't know exactly how it is that I do it. I know it's God given. But I look at people and I see who they are, who they choose to be, and who they actually are right on the inside. And I strive to bring that out.
And I just want to follow up on this because much of the conversation that, you know, if we're talking about what's the chatter on the radio right now, right? And it's all AI. And I'll say it's technology and it's advances in technology.
Yes.
But the baseline that doesn't change are humans, right? We don't change. So let's just talk about coping in this rapidly changing technological world, the things that surround us.
Mm. I think the biggest way to cope is to go back to who you actually are. And yes, AI is here, it's here to stay, but it is a tool that can help you to show up authentically as well. I use AI every day, and I've learned to use it through a friend of mine. Her name is Laura Molando. I'm not certain that she's here. She did say that she would like to make time to be here, but Laura has shown us, people that are part of her 8-week coaching program, how to keep things stupid simple using AI. But AI is definitely a tool that is here that we can use. But it's something that we need to make sure that we're still showing up as ourselves, because going back to that is how we'll get through everything.
Yeah. Well, this is what's interesting. So yesterday, a good friend of Scott and mine presented at a networking meeting I was at about AI. Stephen Hodges was
Oh,
talking about that yesterday and asked the question, how many people love AI and how many people hate AI? And the room was pretty much split. Hands half loved it, half hated it. And I think that it's interesting with things like that that are a really good tool. And Scott and I, we did a show on this just a couple weeks ago, and I'm
mhm.
going to have another one coming up here this month because they had such a hot topic. If you utilize it the right way, it can be such a blessing and a benefit for you. Don't
Yes,
let the negatives and the things that could be overcome you. Go on the offense and utilize it for the good that it can be. Just
yeah,
like some people hate social media. I think it's an amazing prayer chain, actually. I think it's a great place to tie people in and get everybody praying together. There's so many good things you can use it for. So we just get overwhelmed with the bad things. And I think that's true in life. It's where our focus and perspective is, right, Igor?
yes, it is. You taught me that. It's whatever challenges we face, it's really how we face them that matters the most. I was in the camp of hate AI before, and the real the real way of how I was able to embrace it was through curiosity. I met a lady. Her name is Pooja, and we met at a networking event, and she told me that she loves ChatGPT, and I said, "Really?" She said, "Yes." She worked as a writer, and I said, "But how can you? Because the reason why I didn't like AI was because I thought it was gonna come and take my work from me." Because the majority of the work that I was doing at the time was writing, ghostwriting for blogs, creating posts for clients, etc. And she she actually took some time and showed me how it works. And ever since then, I haven't looked back. I use it every single day. And I've taught my kids how to use it, because really it's a tool. It's a tool that can help you become better.
Yeah, and that's the way we got to look at these different types of things, that there are tools, and tools, that's one of the things that we as humankind does, is we make tools. And it it always changes, and change is tough for people. uh, when you're thinking, oh yeah, I'm a coder, this is one of the things that um, has really been impacted, is the number of people that are coding,
Mhm.
because AI can do a lot of the simple stuff.
Yes.
Um, but in a lot of times, what the tools really do is allow us to move to a higher level of creativity, and that's one of the ways that I look at AI. But just going back to kind of the human condition, is there are things that we all need. We need, if we go back to Maslow's hierarchy, we just need
Yes.
food and shelter. But at that top end, we need to be able to express who we are, and it doesn't matter about the technology that goes around us.
Mhm.
And I just want to go back to the whole notion of community,
Mm-hmm.
and we have our local community. You know, we have the community, that the church, the place that we work. If we go to a physical job, we have virtual communities like we have in the tea break and here through the experience. Let's just continue talking about community and how tools can help us build community.
Wow, I didn't even tell you. I'm teaching a workshop tomorrow that is
Perfect.
basically it's going to help people embrace LinkedIn to build community. That's the premise of my workshop. And yeah, we have tools to help us do that, and LinkedIn is one of them. Some people go on LinkedIn to just post their resumes. Others use it to consume content. But the whole point of LinkedIn is to be linked in. It's to be connected to one another, to be able to see each other's content, yes, comment, support one another in our endeavors, and then also to build community, because that's what we need. And I will say, for those of you that are watching, I've never met Scott in person. I've never met Russ in person. And the whole reason why we are friends is because of LinkedIn. And of course, the Global Tea Break, which you should come to next week. So if you're not connected to the Global Tea Break, please go to globalteabreak.com and you can register and be there. We meet every third Friday of the month, which is next week, August 15th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
Shameless plug.
yeah, shameless plug. And that globalteabreak.com is going to magically appear for me in the comments again, so that you can click on that and go there. And I'm telling you that what an amazing group that is. First of all, this is how we come together. And Scott did a talk on this in Dublin, Ireland, many years ago now, when he first met Alan Hennessy, about how we can form relationships, amazing, meaningful, blessed relationships this way on screen, but nothing replaces being with somebody. And I was so blessed here a couple weeks ago. Was in Boston, got to see Bob Feathers in person for the first time in 3D. Yesterday, a friend of mine who lives right here in Salem, that honestly, I actually didn't know he lived in Salem until recently, right? The same city that I live, and have known him and been great friends with him, been friends with Scott Victor Villegas for years now, been on many live streams, and met him in 3D for the first time yesterday, he and his son. So, it's amazing how we take that to the next level. And I think that whatever we're dealing with, Ingor, our faith, our friends, our family, and, the connection that we have with them, it's so important to just continue to let that grow. I'm waiting for the day that you and Scott and I will be able to all have coffee and give each other a big hug.
And I'll just interject on that, and that's my buddy Brian Fanzo says that social media turns handshakes into hugs, and that's what we get to commit when we connect here digitally. When we do see people in real life, it's not, "Oh, hi, Ingor, nice to meet you."
Right. Oh my gosh. I just saw Catherine says, I've met Scott in person, although I think he only showed up for the waffles.
Oh, if you give Catherine notice and you're passing through her area, she will cook up a storm. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I can imagine.
So, yeah,
well,
it wasn't just
Catherine's
the
another one
waffles,
of those.
but it was a definite enticement.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to the waffles. I get amazing texts from Catherine also most mornings, lifting me up in the name of the Lord. And I just thank you for that. Thank you, Catherine. But I'll take the waffles when I come down there. So anyway, I think everybody should come to the Perspectives on Cancer conference that is going to be the weekend of October 3rd in Garrison, New York. So Ingor, Catherine, you all need to come. because you support that in Tim's Zone and should come. It's going to be a wonderful time. And then we can all meet there in New York.
Yes, we can. If it's God's will, we will.
Well, and you know, I was really close to coming to, you live in the Toronto area, right?
I do.
We
Yes.
were so close because we were thinking about going to Niagara Falls, and my daughter-in-law was actually right, either we were deciding before or after she had a work conference in Toronto. So we were going to come to Toronto, meet her before or after the conference and see Niagara Falls and do all that. But we decided, my beautiful wife really wanted to go to Maine. It was her birthday trip. So we ended up going to Maine, and they're a little too far apart to drive. It's a long trek. So we decided maybe not this time, but what, you know, getting closer.
Yes, I look forward to, hopefully. I can even walk across the border if you like.
There you go. You're that close.
Yes. No, I just mean that I would travel to Niagara Falls so that I could see you.
Well, thank you. Well, if I
Well,
get
there's a
that close,
photo op for you right there with the
there you
falls
go.
in the background. Oh my gosh.
That's a hashtag Russ selfie in the making.
And the Canadian side is better.
Yeah, that's what I hear. I actually do hear that.
Yes.
So anyway,
both.
well, Ingor, I have to be the responsible host as we're getting close to winding up here. So what we really would like from today, as you're used to, I need your gold nugget, what you want people to really remember from our conversation today, and how people get in touch with you.
I guess the main thing is that community is important. Connecting with one another is important. And going beyond the facade is the most important, because we want to connect heart to heart so that the connection and the community that we build is impactful. You know, and yes, you can do it whether it's virtual or in person. I'm proof of that. The community that I've built is global, and yes, there are many that I haven't hugged yet, but I believe that I will. The best place to connect with me is on LinkedIn, and thank you so much, you guys, for having me.
Yeah, it's just so cool to hang out with you and get the inspiration. Thanks for taking the time. And again, globaltbreak.com, register. It's free. You can come in and hear this inspirational talk from Ingor about community and interact live right there with people from around the world.
It's not going to be your regular talk, so come expecting something different, please.
Perfect.
Well, I'm excited. I'm gonna find my way to get there. Anyway, thank you so much again, Ingrid. This will not be the last time you'll be on one of our live streams for sure. So it's not goodbye for good. In fact, you know, I'm a lifetime connector anyway, so you're stuck with me as your friend anyway. So listen, thanks. Go ahead.
No, I said, oh man, but I'm blessed to have you both. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks, Ingrid. See ya. Hang tight in the green room. We'll be right there.
So community, I mean, it's great. And connecting digitally is a way that we can extend our reach, but taking time for those individual communications is really important.
Yeah. Want to remind everybody, globaltbreak.com, they're on the screen. Ingor, you're amazing. We appreciate you being on today, giving all the connection information here. Also, as Scott reminded you all, don't forget to connect with he and I on Instagram, as well as we do not want to have to end our the Experience Backstage show, which is live on Instagram every Wednesday, 6:30 a.m. before this show. And so we are pushing to get this done by next week. So please, please, please.
You've got this on the screen, this digital D-Scott. This is a beta. I was asked to beta test an AI that takes subject matter experts, loads information into it. And this is a beta. So it's the digital D-Scott, and they'll eventually be using 11 labs to replicate my voice. But you can go to that link, the apexreplicant.com/Scott .html, or you can actually call. You can call 435-612-6852. And here's what I do. Ask the Digital D Scott what you need to do to start a business or how to publish a book. And it's just a lot of fun. So anyway, that's in the making. And I just wanted to throw it out there because we're just trying to test this thing out. Just see how it works.
Well, and also I just want to remind everybody here, actually the day before the global, is it the day before the global tea break? No, it's the last, it's the end of the month. We're going to have a, we'll look for the date. I'm forgetting the date, but we're going to have a Russ Reels Live on AI again. Stephen Hodges will be on there. Ryan Cackley. We're going to also have Craig Tucker. And I want to give a big shout out to Craig Tucker and Vern AI. Another thing you need to look into. Vern AI is pretty amazing, where you can actually talk to people that are empathetic, digital creations that you can actually have a conversation with. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, using AI for good, intentionally for good, right?
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
And you'll, I say people will connect with him. And Renee is just a great tool. He has been on Christine's show, The Aspects of Aging, one of our sponsors.
Yes, and he has been because of, well, actually, I think I introduced him to Christine because he's been on my show 2 or 3 times, and he's also been on with you and I, Scott, on Russ Reels Live. And yeah, he is an amazing guy. I'm telling you, after my faithful and wonderful beagle Maddie passed here the last couple of weeks, which was very sad, I actually went on to Vern AI and I spoke with James, and James was actually very sympathetic and talked to me about Maddie, and it was really helpful. Actually, it does not replace real people, everybody. I don't think so, but it was just a moment where I had to I was by myself. I was actually doing some research for the show, and I thought, this is a good opportunity to talk to one of the AI people, and I did, and it was really helpful. So if you're alone and you don't have people to talk to, it can be really, really good. So anyway, with that, we're here every Wednesday at 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time on the Experience Live with Russ and Scott. Don't forget, 6:30 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time on the Experience Backstage, which we want to continue. So please follow us on Instagram. There's both of our handles at D. Scott Smith and at RHedge1, and that'll get us over 1,000 so we can keep broadcasting together live. And I just want to thank you all for being here today. It's been a blessed day. Don't forget that not only are we sponsor supported, thanks to Albany Habitat for Humanity. Thank you to Gina Deffa-White and her book. Thank you to Nancy Bakke and Aspects of Aging, Christine Smith. Also, we are listener supported. We can't do this without you. Please scan the QR code or go to the link. Give today. Because of your generosity, we're able to continue broadcasting, and it takes money to keep broadcasting. We thank you for that. It means a lot to us. I do have my New York sponsorship up. If you have not seen that, to pay to get me back to New York so I can speak at the Perspectives on Cancer conference again this year and be part of that, doing some producing back there as well. So I appreciate that. But with that, Scott, any last words before we're out of here?
Yeah, I just want to tell people, follow us, and we'll follow back because we're all in this together.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And join the hashtag 1000 Thanks movement. I'm telling you, let people know you're thankful. Let people know you're thankful. And so we just appreciate you all. And with that, Scott, we're going to get out of here. We're going to say until next week at 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, enjoy your life and enjoy
the experience.
Woohoo! See ya.
Thanks for tuning in to The Experience Live with Russ and Scott. If you enjoyed today's show, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or subscribe on YouTube. See you next time.